Okay, so class, now you can see that I went on and I painted some more swatches. Started with white, got it a little bit darker, 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 darker. Kept on going, kept on going, kept on going, kept on going, and added more and more and more black. And I stopped right there. I think it's really important to start up with a white swatch because, and frankly, I think that's probably the hardest one because it's hard to get a lot of coverage on that. But as you get farther and farther along, I think that the black and the black ones are the easiest. So I took some time already, and then I added water to the black paint. This is straight black with a little bit of water, and I'm going to start from down here and go up to this one, and then you'll get the idea. So this black paint is the consistency of heavy cream, and here we go, beyond the pencil lines once again. Rotate the brush, rotate the brush. Go beyond the pencil lines, and if you see any areas that is like pulling up or too thick, then now's the time to get rid of it. Then I want to go to that swatch right there. So I could take some white paint, just a little bit. Let's see if you, maybe I should do it over here so maybe it's a little bit clearer. And you know what's curious about the black paint? It's quite strong. It's not as, you don't have to be so precise with the amount of white that you add to it. Unlike the light grays that you were doing, you had to be very, very gentle. You add just like microscopic amounts of black to the white at the beginning. But with the black, it's such a dominating pigment that you don't have to be as careful. Mix it up thoroughly like that. And this is my black brush again that I had. But so now I gotta make sure I mix it thoroughly. Once you mix it really thoroughly, if you have to, you could always go back to your scratch pad and just do a test to see if you're happy with that. And I'm happy with that. Then you come back. Clean off the surface and go ahead and paint beyond the pencil lines. Make it, rotate your brushes and try to make it as flat as you can. That's beautiful. Love it. Just love it. Okay. So now we're going to let this dry, and then I'll show you how to cut the swatches out. Okay, so before I do any cutting, I want to emphasize to students that your swatches should be like really clean, flat, and graphic. No watercoloriness, no like bumps and streaks and all that kind of stuff. Do your best. And like I said, if you don't have gouache paint, but you only have like charcoal or whatever, or graphite, then use what you have, because what I'm really looking for is a 5-step value grayscale, going from white to black, medium gray, light gray, and dark gray. So anyway, all this stuff is all laid out, and you can see, let me bring this closer to the camera, that we painted beyond the pencil lines. So these pencil lines are going to be called your registration lines, and that'll help tell you how to cut. So for instance, lay it down so that I could get a surface. You'll need a straight edge and an X-Acto knife. Change your X-Acto knife blade if it's all messed up. Lay your straight edge down. And I'm lining it up with the pencil line registration marks, meaning these guys right here. Okay, and once again, with X-Acto knives, be careful that you don't cut your thumb off, because that's the problem right there. So here we go. Some cutting, 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 cutting. Okay. One thing with gouache, it's very delicate. Don't drag hard objects across the surface, because they'll make like an ugly scratch mark. Lift up your straight edge. Come back to the next section that you're going to cut. Line up to the registration lines. Watch out for your thumb. Go ahead and cut them off. Like so. Then continue this way. You see the registration marks again? Okay, registration marks again, lined up. Watch out for your thumb. Cut it. Don't drag your surface. Bring it over gently. Once again, watch out for your thumb. Lift it up. It falls out all by itself. Look how clean that is. That is really like a clean edge, straight, no wobbles. Nice swatch. Okay, I'm going to stop it right now. Okay, as you can see, I cut them out, cut out all the swatches, and I took a moment to line them all up from white to darker, 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 and then to black. And so we want to do a 5-step grayscale. So automatically you're going to pick out the white. Automatically you're going to pick out the black. Looks like that. Then you need to find middle gray. And according to these, I would say, in my opinion, maybe middle gray might be this guy right here. Okay. Then I need to find a light gray. Perhaps it's that. And then a dark gray. Perhaps it's this one. Put them together. See what you got. Okay, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to find like equal value steps. It seems like overall, this is there's not enough of a step here, and there's a drastic step right there. So I'm going to pull this guy out, bring him over here, and maybe consider this one right here. Bring that over. That seems a little bit better. Okay. Maybe just for the heck of it, I want to see if I could fine tune that. Maybe I'll use this one. See what happens. Maybe that's better, because I'm trying to get a different vantage point. So I'm changing my angle and I'm looking at, does that look as white? That's black, light gray, medium gray, dark gray. And the steps seem to be fairly consistent, or fairly equal steps. So at this point, I think I've already selected the 5 that I'm going to use. And now I have to glue that down to the to another sheet of Bristol paper. And I'm going to stop this for a second. Okay, I'm back again. This is a 9x12 Bristol vellum, and what I did was I wanted to mount my my swatches on top of this. So I found dead center, drawing a diagonal all the way across. That's my center, and so I know that these are 1x2s, so I could easily figure out the math on where to place all of these. So if this is dead center, these are 1x2s, then it'll be 1 inch this way, 1 inch this way, therefore making a 2 inch area, and then from here to here and from here to here should equal up to like 1 inch. Okay, so I've done that. Take my rubber cement, just go ahead and coat everything. And as you know, at this stage probably you've already done. Oh, you did the focal points project, and they came out really good. So you know all about this stuff. Okay, once again, let that dry. Then come over to the swatches, turn upside down. Make sure you don't get rubber cement on the gesso. Make sure you don't do that. And okay, that. That one, the 4th one, and lastly, the black one. Okay. Move that aside so I can see what I'm doing. Line it up the way you want. And once again, another trick is you can make a slip sheet if you're not sure. You lay it down like so. And if you're happy with that, then you just slide it out from your slip sheet. Go on to the next one. Go on to the next one. And lastly, to the black one. Then, if you have any rubber cement sticking out extra, use your pickup to get rid of it. But try to avoid rubbing all over the gouache surface because it's very delicate. And if you have any pencil lines, just lightly erase it. But first you're going to have to do this followed by the eraser, just very lightly. So now you got your 5-step grayscale done in gouache pen.